Okay, so you ate a decent breakfast, you packed a healthy lunch. Now you're done work and it's time to relax and unwind. Unfortunately, this is also where people start to slip up with their weight loss goals. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 10 mistakes people make at night that prevents weight loss and what to do instead. Before we get started, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video every week. Mistake number 1, eating a high-fat and high-carb dinner. So if you guys have been following my channel, you'll know that I'm a big proponent of primal living because that's how we evolved as human beings. Specifically, revolving your foods around a high-fat, moderate protein, low-carb diet because it's the best diet to moderate your insulin levels so you can easily tap into your fat-burning mechanism after you're done your meal. That way, you can get into some fat-burning action while you're sleeping. But let's say you start meeting up with friends for dinner 3, 4, 5 times during the week. Or maybe you had a long day, you're tired, you don't want to cook, so you start stopping by your closest drive-thru window and order takeout. And that carb lever slowly starts to creep up. Like if you start getting a burger, pasta, pizza a few times a week, instead of my recommended once a week indulgence, so all of a sudden you have a high-fat and a high-fat dinner. If you do that consistently, you're gonna start moving away from your weight loss goals because all those fat calories will immediately get stored as body fat because you're eating a high amount of carbs as well. And your body will always burn glucose first before it starts burning fat. Again, I'm not saying that you can never have those things, but they definitely fall more in the category of a cheat meal, which I only recommend you have once a week. Follow the 90-10 rule here. Stay disciplined. This is why I'm a big fan of setting yourself up for success by stocking your freezer with ready-to-go healthy meals, just in case you find yourself in that, do I stick to my diet or do I order pizza instead even though it's not a cheat day type of situation? Do you know what I mean? Mistake number 2. This is a big one and it might ruffle some feathers a little bit here, but you deserve the truth. Mistake number 2 is having multiple alcoholic beverages with dinner. So maybe you had a long day, you have a glass of wine with dinner, or you crack open a bottle of beer. If you do that once or twice a week, that's not necessarily the worst thing. But if you start doing it every day and you start having multiple drinks, then I can almost guarantee that that habit is gonna prevent you from losing weight. And I have a separate video when it comes to alcohol's relationship in terms of weight loss specifically, so make sure you check that out. But all you need to know about alcohol is alcohol in the form of ethanol is actually known as the 4th macronutrient after carbs, fat, and protein, and they're known as the first to burn calories because alcohol is literally poison in your body. That's how you get the buzz. And if you drink too much of it, that's how you get alcohol poisoning. So when you drink alcohol, especially with dinner, your body will always prioritize burning those calories first, which inadvertently pauses the burning of all other calories because again, your body has to prioritize metabolizing this poison that you just put in your body. So if you have a drink or two with the pizza that you ordered from mistake number 1, all those calories from carbs and fat immediately get stored as body fat. And beer might be the worst alcoholic offender of them all because it also contains carbs. They don't call it a beer belly for nothing. But if you're gonna consume alcohol, try to stick to dry red wine or hard liquor because they don't contain any sugar, and try to drink without food. Mistake number 3, watching too much TV right before bed. I know, even I'm guilty of this. So when you watch TV, it emits this blue light, which actually inhibits melatonin production, which is your sleep hormone. So when you blast your eyes with blue light right before bed, your brain gets confused. It thinks that the sun is about to come up, so it sends hormonal signals to wake your body up. The complete opposite of what we're trying to do. And you won't find a short list of studies that links lack of sleep to weight gain. Now, I'm not saying that you should never watch TV at night, but try to finish watching Netflix 60 minutes right before bed. Now, what should you do instead? I don't know, you can meditate or you can journal. Both very good for your mental health, by the way. You can read a book, you can talk to your spouse. Basically anything that helps you unwind so you can start increasing that melatonin production. Mistake number 4, drinking a ton of water right before bed. And this is a super easy fix. Listen, you should always stay hydrated throughout the day, but drinking a liter of water right before bed is probably not a good idea because you're probably gonna wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and that's gonna interrupt your sleep. You need to empty the tank right before bedtime, not drink any more water. Mistake number 5, late night snacking. This is a huge weight loss killer because we don't really snack late at night on the healthiest stuff. Like I don't really know a lot of people who snacks on broccoli and hard-boiled eggs right before bed. Usually we're snacking on something sugary like chips, cookies, protein bars, candy, and that's gonna cause a spike in insulin, which is your storing hormone, and that's gonna put you in fat storage mode right before bed, the reverse of what we're trying to do when we go to sleep. Because really, that's the only time that we get into fat burning mode for an extended period of time, especially if you're someone who eats all day. And we snack late at night for two reasons. Number one is that we just do it out of habit, or we're bored, or we do it because we're not satiated from what we had for dinner. That's why it's so important that you eat a satiating meal for dinner so you don't fall into the trap of late night snacking. But if you really have to, snack on something that's high in fat like nuts, cheese, or dark chocolate. Mistake number 6. Working out really close to bedtime. When you do an intense workout right before bed, like if you do CrossFit, spin, or you decide to go for a run, or something that really jacks up your heart rate, then that's gonna increase your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, and your body gets flooded with glucose, which is a quick burning energy to fuel your workout. But if you have high cortisol levels right before bed, you can basically kiss melatonin production goodbye, because you're still high strung from your workout, and that's definitely gonna affect your sleep. Like, you don't really wanna be stressing your body too much right before bed. Instead, you should do something that's low intensity, like going for a walk. Going for a walk after dinner, by the way, has been shown to reduce the blood glucose response by up to 30%, because you're giving your body a reason to start burning up some of that glycogen right away by simply moving. And the faster you can regulate your blood glucose levels, the faster you can tap into your fat burning mechanism. Now, if nighttime is the only time that you get to work out, then I guess it's better than nothing. But try to keep it as short as possible and try to do your workout 2 hours right before bedtime. Number 7, you're drinking a protein shake right after that workout. Listen, I'm probably killing any potential sponsorship deals here, but I don't care. Unless you're a professional athlete who trains for hours and hours every day, you don't need to ever drink protein shakes. You actually need way less protein than what you've been led to believe. Even if you're really active and you go to the gym, let's say 5 days a week, you really only just need 0.7 grams per pound of lean body mass to promote muscle growth. For example, a 200-pound person at 20% body fat would only need to eat 112 grams of protein every day. You're probably like, what? I thought you needed to eat your body weight in grams. Nope, it's completely unnecessary and it's really a waste of money. Now, how did I get 112 grams? First, you need to calculate lean body mass. So 20% of 200 is 40 pounds. So if you take 200 pounds minus 40, that gets you 160 pounds of lean body mass. Then when you multiply that by 0.7, you get 112 grams of protein. And you can easily get that by eating a lot of green leafy vegetables, a few eggs, a few ounces of meat, and some nuts. Now go ahead and smash that like button if you just learned something new right there. It really helps support my channel. And the problem with protein powders is that whey and casein, which is what protein powders are made out of, are extremely insulinogenic. So if you drink a protein shake, then that's gonna trigger a huge insulin response right before bedtime. And this is the same concept as late night snacking. You don't wanna be putting your body in fat storage mode right before bed. Now, what makes protein powders extremely insulinogenic is that they're extremely processed, and they're also usually sweetened with sugar or artificial sweeteners. And I always like to tell my students inside my Fat Loss Accelerator program, don't drink your protein, eat it. Like, what do you think is more satiating? A piece of steak or a scoop of protein powder? Number 8, you're not eating enough green leafy non-starchy vegetables. When I say green leafy non-starchy vegetables, I'm talking specifically about cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower, broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, spinach, bok choy, and other vegetables in that family. Those vegetables specifically are extremely low in calories, they're extremely low in carbs, and they're also highly satiating because they contain fiber, which activates that stretch mechanism in your stomach, and also protein, which activates your satiety hormone peptide YY. So eat your veggies. Number 9, you're not eating enough fat. So let's say you're eating your vegetables, but you want to double up on your fat loss efforts, so you start cutting out fat. That might start working against you because that meal is not gonna be satiating, because fat also triggers your satiety hormones, and it might lead you to snacking on something sugary afterwards. Now, I'm not saying that you should just start eating sticks of butter, but one of the best sources of healthy fats that you can add to your diet is avocado. Like, ideally, you should be eating 1 avocado every day because it's extremely high in omega-3 fatty acids in the form of alpha-linoleic acid, or ALA, which prevents heart attacks, it lowers high blood pressure, and could even reverse the hardening of the blood vessels, also known as atherosclerosis. Now try saying that word 5 times without messing up. There's a reason why avocado is considered a superfood. Plus, it's delicious. Number 10. Too much social media consumption right before bedtime. Listen, I'm guilty of this sometimes. This is the same concept as watching TV in that it suppresses melatonin production and it makes it so you don't get high quality sleep. And I know that you can put your phone on night mode now, but you don't really need that brain stimulation right before bed. The bigger problem here really is that social media has been shown to increase anxiety and therefore increase your stress levels. Like, what are you looking for on social media late at night anyway? I'll give you a perfect example here. A couple years ago, I was going through some personal stuff, and when I decided to delete my social media accounts, I have never felt more at peace in my life. But I also understand that there's no escaping it. Social media is part of life now, and it does bring a lot of benefits if you use it properly. So I'll meet you halfway here. If you really want to look at social media or browse through your phone, do it, again, 60 minutes right before bedtime. So you can give your brain some downtime and increase that melatonin production so you can get some decent sleep. Because I can't stress enough how important it is to get proper quality sleep when it comes to achieving your weight loss goals. Like, I could give you the best diet advice and the best workouts on the planet, but if you don't get your sleep right, you ain't losing weight. So, at the end of the day, it's really all about putting yourself in the best position possible to succeed. So do your best to avoid all the nighttime mistakes I mentioned in this video. And if you're watching this in the middle of the night, go to sleep. The next question then becomes, how are you actually supposed to eat if you want to lose weight? Because here's the thing, 80% of your body composition is determined by your diet. You can't just freestyle this part. Do you have a proven plan that you can follow? To help you with that, I want to give you a free copy of my Lean Body Blueprint. This is how I melted all the fat around my stomach without depriving myself of my favorite foods or wasting hours at the gym. It's a simple 4-step process specifically designed for busy professionals, and it's the exact same blueprint that I teach to all my private coaching clients, and they've all gone to see some amazing results. If you want to be the next success story, then download your free copy of the Lean Body Blueprint right now. There's going to be a link somewhere at the top here or in the description box. Just click on it, type in your email, and I'll send it to you right away. All right, that's all I've got. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post a new video every week. And hey, leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Virtual high five.